wait 1 second. Hey, everybody, welcome to Toxic Thursday. That, folks, it's another day here at Ocean Spit. Now, I have not been here since Tuesday or Wednesday, but we are here today. It's a brand new day. It's fixed. I'm here on the north side. Carol Brandolino in the house on the south side. And we got lots of stuff to talk about. Make up for the last two days. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and, of course, our veterans who fought for our country. It's going to be one of those days, so it's good. Let's get Richie and let's get the boys and let's get to go. Let's there you are. Yeah. Hey, guys, welcome to Ocean's Pitch Show about big things. And also having a great day today.
Doing good. I've been waiting for today. I got a lot of things that I want to touch base on, right? I can now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Good. Delay here? Do we have delay? See, I didn't have a delay on Monday when I had my guest on. There was no delay, and I don't know what it is today. All right. Anyway, we're going to have some fun. We have a lot to talk about, just like Carol said. We're going to start off the day, folks. I'm sorry I wasn't here Tuesday or Wednesday. Now, look, being a fisherman, the season is coming to the end. So we went out to Bristol, Wisconsin, with my good buddy Bill Saratella and the Rock River, and we caught one bass, and it was fantastic. So it was a beautiful day to do that. And yesterday, I want to thank our good friends from SPRA, which is an organization for suburban recreational, where all these acts had to be about 15-20 bands, and they all in a booth inside the Prairie Center, and they all set up their booth with their videos and stuff like that. And then the Rat Pack, Ocean's Rat Pack, was the MC, and we got to sing songs in between acts, and everybody in the audience books the park districts, private parties, they book festivals, and they pick their bands for the season. So it's called SPRA, and it was in Des Plaines yesterday, and that's what we did from 8. We got there at 8. The thing started at 9 until 1 in the afternoon. So and all the great other bands that were there, and we were the MCs. The Rat Pack was, so we were selling ourselves as well. So I want to thank Tom Hartman, agent, for that. That was very and we got a lot of stuff happening, folks. Zaz is tomorrow night in Barrington, Friday Chicago Prime, Saturday with the Woodstock Country Club with Ocean's Rat Pack. That is a private event and then, of course, our big one, Oceans and Friends. I've been pushing this one for a couple months now, and it's getting down to the wire, and produced by Ron Onesta. We're getting everything together. We're trying to make a final set list, but it's going to happen at Des Plaines Theater this Sunday, November 9th, at 3:00 show. And it's Tony Ocean with the band, the main event band, Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Daryl Armistad, Jerry Jams. But then I did something different, but bringing in these different singers and entertainers: Joe Catafio, Lisa P., Louis Pipes, Ronnie B. Elvis, Stephanie Lemon-Bringer, Jenny and Pardo, and Joe Catafio, and of course Matt Kristen Knievel, John Guarini. It's going to be a lot of singers. It's only 90-minute show. It's 245 minutes with an interview, and we gave away a bunch of tickets. And Friday we'll give away 2 chances for people to win with a trivia question. So we already had 15 people who won from trivia questions. So that's up this Friday. All right. So what do we talk about? A lot to talk about. Let's just get our good friends Ace Hardware, because it is the season, folks. And let's see what's going on. Blackstone 28-inch grill with $279.99, down from $399.99. 30% savings, folks. $250 on Milwaukee Pack Out. Save between $50 and $150 on Milwaukee Modular Pack Out storage system when you spend $199 or more. And Christmas lights on sale all month long. Oh, let's see. Outdo your neighbors with strings of 100 starting as low as $9.99. Oh, our good friends from Ace. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. All right. Carol is in the house. Carol, what's going on your end over there?
So my mom had her surgery last week. Remember, she was having her knee surgery last week. Everything went very well. And she's almost 80 years old. She's going to be 79 this month. And she had her other knee done a couple years ago. And so she's recovering at my house. Now we have quite a bit of stairs in my house, but the family room only has 5 or 6 stairs to get up to the kitchen. So, but there's a bathroom and everything on the family room floor. But I will tell you, I've come to this conclusion. He's such a good caretaker. Like I'm going to be good to him because he's going to be taking care of me. He's cooking her hard-boiled eggs, his, eggs breakfast. I mean, but then he leaves the mess for me, but he cooks her every meal, goes down there, they play cards. He's just doing such a great job. But I think I'm going to put my house up for this. I'm going to put on Marketplace on Facebook. I'm going to say, if you want to send one of your family members here to recover, I can guarantee they'll probably be gone within 2 weeks, because my mom is like, I've never seen her work so hard to get the fuck out of somewhere. She loves the kids and she loves me dearly. But I go, why did you walk up the stairs? We've gotten into so many fights already, like silly fights. She goes, I told you not to walk up the stairs when no one's home. What if something happens? Like you just had knee surgery. And she goes, and I yelled at her and she goes, well, Gianni left the dog out and she's staring at me through the window that's facing onto the couch in the family room downstairs. And she's barking at me for a fucking hour. So she goes, I walked up the stairs to let her in. I was like, oh my God, every day it's something different. And all she does is watch old game shows, old game shows, like constantly. The old, with the supermarket where they would do the supermarket things and Family Feud and Match Game. I'm don't you know
Match Game, one of my favorites. Yeah.
Don't you know the answers already? God dang, this thing's driving me crazy. And then him and Gianni and my mom were watching Three Stooges the other morning, and then Happy Days. So they're enjoying it, but she's doing good. But I'm telling you, she is working out real hard, because I think my house is the crazy house. I think she's just like, get me the fuck out of here. With two teenagers. Get out of there,
yeah. And you know what? It's the same thing at that age. They're old school, just like my mom too. Yeah. She's gonna get the heart monitor removed on Friday.
Okay.
So we've been going there, changing the monitor. It's okay, blah blah blah. But she's in great spirits and she's feeling better. Nice. So God bless for all our moms, and everything is good on that, which is very very cool. All right, man. Speaking of another member, my good friend Mike and Tracy from A Good Clean Fun and the Taylor Swift Experience. Our prayers go out to Tracy's mom. She's going through some issues right now. So hope it goes well with that. And that's very important as well. Also, that's a birthday, so we'll worry about that later. Okay. Another thing, of course, National Sandwich Day. If you love sandwiches, I think we talked about that before. Hey, this is interesting. Disney's laying off 1,000 salaried employees. I think it's just because, Carol, do you think it's because of I know that tickets are expensive. People say it's very expensive. It was expensive 5 years, but you also maybe think it's got something to do with a woke thing that's got that, or is it just the economy in general, in your opinion?
I think part of it is economy for sure. But I do think maybe about 15% of that, if you could put a percentage on it, it definitely has to do with, just not agreeing with what their platform is and how they have been putting things out there. I think they're turning off anybody, not just Disney, any platform. They're turning people off by doing stuff like that has to do with the kids. And I just think a lot of parents are just going to start like staying away from stuff like that. They don't want their kids.
I think so too. I think it's,
Mhm.
yeah. And then finally, Prince Andrew is no longer Prince. You heard about this, of course, after him being on the Epstein Island list.
Mhm.
Now he's just known as Andrew Mountbatten of Windsor. Back they got rid of the thing, and that's the only thing that but still, there's no, okay, so he's disgraced. He didn't do no jail time. He didn't do anything like that, and that's the only one that we're hearing about.
Right.
Okay, so they took his Prince title. They probably put him on an island somewhere. He's still going to be okay for the rest of his life, right?
Yeah, but he probably is a creep because he does give me creep vibes. I'm not going to lie. If I'm going to go by vibes and my intuition, he's kind of creepy. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the artist formerly known as Prince, he's got, I don't know what I would call him, but he's, formerly known as the Prince,
Yeah, the Prince.
No more. Yeah.
And they say he was a weird character too. They say Prince was a weird character too. And, even Michael Jackson, when going through all that shit. Oh man. But this is just interesting how it happened. We're talking about that. And of course we lost the former Vice President Dick Cheney did pass away at the age of 84 years old. Our prayers go out to the Cheney family, even though all he's going to be remembered for is shooting his hunting partner. Remember when they went hunting?
Yep. Yeah, that's what you get remembered for, is the one that gets the most press. Is something that gets the most press, right? That's what you get remembered for, sadly. So,
that's what you look up, and that's what it says, right? When you buy alcohol, you're not spending money, you're buying memories.
Oh, that's a good way to put getting hammered and contained. That's a great way. That's a good rationalization.
That's a great way. Wow. Yeah. That's a great one. Yeah. We got great memories. You remember that? Yeah. Also, my dream job would Karma Delivery Service.
Oh, me too. I'd like to drive that train. I'll be the conductor on that bitch. Yeah, I would love it.
That would be really, really cool.
Yes,
and we're going to talk about Chicago, of course, for 1 minute. But before we do that, we need to talk about the new mayor of New York City. I'm sure it's all over the place, Carol. Cuomo at 34%, Curtis Silva at 21.1%, and of course, 40%. Here's Zonar Mandani, however you pronounce his name. 1 million people said they're going to leave New York. Even Wall Street is thinking of leaving New York. And it's so weird, Carol, because after he won, it came up on social media, and they showed something in the middle of town. It said, New York City, 9/11, 2001, never forget, 2025, we forgot. We don't live in New York, but we know our city's very similar to what's going on. Chicago in Illinois is so very similar to what's going on in New York. And what's your take on all that?
Well, I watched a lot of the coverage, obviously, and then I started listening to some of the things he said. Look, when I went down that little rabbit hole, when you have a Democrat running against this election was basically a Democrat against another Democrat, a Democrat socialist. When you have to put a name attached to a party that's always been a party, a Democrat, Republican, right? Like independent. There's three. All right. Now, when you start adding things onto that, that means, okay, what are we talking about here? You're not just a typical Democrat, right? Which we don't necessarily like anymore. We used to all be Democrats, immigrants, all of us, right? Growing up. And then now the new Democrats are not what they used to be. So they're more radicalized. The only thing I could say is this. I watch, he's a good speaker, but this is what I don't like. He reminds me, and I liked Obama. I did, because he's a good speaker. You can reach people with your words and how you talk. That is the best way. But I keep thinking of a wolf, a sheep in wolf in sheep's clothing when I think about this whole mayoral race. What's bothering me is he's a good speaker. He looks nice. He's got his family there. He says some of the right things, some of them. But I think this is what they do. I think if you were walking up to a wolf, it was a wolf, it was in sheep's clothing, like they say, you're going to walk in just completely, unguarded. You're going to walk right up to it. And then what's going to happen? You're going to get killed, because if it's a wolf in sheep's clothing, you're not going to even start thinking about what I should be doing. If you saw a wolf 50 feet ahead of you, you're going to make some decisions. Yeah. You're going to make decisions. You're not going to go closer. But I just think he's a wolf, like a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's my first thought. I hope that's not true, because we're going to New York next week, and I'm freaking out about it, because I've been looking to see if anything's going on there, because we're staying in the city, and I'm actually very nervous.
And I know. And it makes a lot of sense. And I think right now, because things are brand new with this election, I don't think a lot of stuff he's trying to do. But I mean, my God, it's just crazy how it is here. New York City just pissed on the graves of every person who died on 9/11.
Do you think that's solely because he's Muslim?
I don't know if it's Muslim, but look, put it this way. By gender, the people that voted, let's see, 26% of men between the ages of 18 to 29. So 68% of the men voted between 18 and 29. Men between 30 and 44, 66% voted. And you look at it, it seems like what got him the win, 84% was women between the ages of 18 and 29%. That's what got him elected.
That's because of his daycare. That's because of free date. Like, nothing is free, guys. Nothing is free. Listen, nothing is free. So how people say, "Oh, this is free," you double check it. You're like, "Wait a minute." If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Nothing is free. But all these women, and I understand it because I talk about it all the time, is we need help with daycare. Like, there should be daycare in every corporation. Every business should have a daycare for the moms that work there. And do you know how many moms would be able to be working moms and contribute to the home if there was daycare, and that you can still go down and see your child? Like, I think all corporations, that should be included into their budget.
That would make even the jobs, everybody would be so much happier, easier, knowing that your kid's there and they're watching it. Yes. It makes sense. But the problem is, what perk are you going to give to the people who don't have kids?
Exactly. Are you being, well, people are going to say that's discriminatory. I don't have kids. What do I get? You're exactly right. Everybody's going to start calling out some sort of discrimination. If they get this, what do I get? That's the can of worms that people talk about, opening the can of worms, Pandora's box. It's like can't win.
No, try. Look, even then Virginia switched with the same thing, and then New Jersey too. Look, 90% of teachers in Virginia voted for a man who fantasized about murder of Republican children. This is in Virginia. I mean, it's just not like somebody doesn't like this, or I want to change this. I mean, come on. New York, the New York first responders are walking out. The fire chief resigned.
Yeah,
he resigned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not normal when elections like this happen. I love it. Look at this one. It's a picture of the Statue of Liberty saying, "Fuck it, I'm moving to Florida."
Right.
Smoking a cigarette. She's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Breaking news: Zoran Mandani's closing message to New Yorkers, all in the city, run stores and businesses, city-run grocery stores will not sell cigarettes or lottery tickets, and absolutely no alcohol. You have no idea what they've just done, because cigarettes, gambling, and alcohol are not allowed in Islam. So imagine these stores that make money on that. Can they do that?
Okay. This is the first thought that I had. Depending on where they're getting the money from, if it is federally funded, okay, if it's going to be city run or state run or whatever, how they're going to be running these things, if it's federally funded, typically you're not allowed to spend your money on gambling, You can't do that. You can't use a link card on gambling. You can't. So that's what they're saying
You
is basically we're going to turn everything into that. You can't do it on alcohol and you can't do it on whatever, with tobacco, right?
Yeah.
That's what, if it's federally funded, they can say that no, this, and that are not allowed because they're not going to be able to control that. You know what I mean? And then you're going to have a bigger problem with people have alcohol at their disposal. So if everybody's using, it's like everybody's going to be a link carrier. Like basically that's at the bottom line. So what are they going to do? Control how much money you have? Everybody gets the same amount. Like that scares the shit out of me. That's why he's saying he wants to tax the top 1%, right? The billionaires. Well, like somebody said, it was just very common sense. Well, if they're all leaving, who are you going to tax? If the biggest money makers are leaving, who are you going to tax? What now?
Where'd all that money go down? Right. When the big dogs leave, who you're going to tax?
The middle class gets screwed again.
We're going to get screwed again. General, how you doing? Violet Boyd. Carol, you were talking like a socialist. Well,
me?
Someone, this was Boyd said. Some stupid story. Hi, Isabella Drake. How you doing? Jill, hanging and banging. He'll be the mayor on the 25th anniversary of 9/11. Kind of ironic. Muslim mayor 25 years later. Now that's so fucking spooky, and so hanging and banging is so scary. I don't know. Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, pal. Hope you're well. David, how you doing? Johnny Pyle, how you doing? All right, guys, welcome to Ocean's Pit. Yeah, we're just talking about, of course, about the new mayor of New York. It's just it's scary all around. So here's one of the questions. If you decide to move out of Chicago, what's the first thing you're going to miss? Carol, moving out of Chicago, what's the first thing you're going to miss? Now, everybody's first answer, most of it was family. If you're moving away and you have family here.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, of course, that would be it. But I would say the first thing that came to mind, because family's a given, is food. The food.
Well, depends on where you go.
That's
Boston's got good food. New York's got good food.
Right.
It depends on where you go.
Correct. Yep. Agreed. Yeah.
And if you love snow and you love winter and you're moving out of Chicago, you're not going to get that if you move to Arizona or Florida.
Yeah.
So, all right. Besides food and relatives, what else would you miss?
I do like the change of seasons. I do like the change of seasons because I wouldn't want the same thing all year round, I don't think. Yeah. Unless it was like 65 or 70, but no, because I like the 90s for the summer. So I can, you can be in the pool or go in the water. I like the change of seasons. I just hate winter here.
Hanging and Banging says New York will look like Detroit in 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary.
Hanging and Banging, you're absolutely right. We were just talking about the Prince losing its prince over there because of Epstein's list. Maxwell apparently bragged about a sexual encounter with George Clooney. Virginia Giuffre's pompous memoir, her book, Nobody's Girl, Surviving Abuse and Fighting for Justice, blaming that she had a sexual encounter with George Clooney. Of course, George Clooney looks like a type of guy that does nothing wrong. But wouldn't it be weird? Wouldn't it be weird? This is the type of guy that you just said, good looking, knows how to speak to people, and he could be a whack job.
Anybody could be. You really don't know. You really don't know. We think we know people and we don't. That's why I like people to just be who they are up front. I don't care how crass they are. I'd rather have what I'm getting. Just do it.
Thank you. I agree with 100%. Isabella Drake says live music. Missed the A trains. A beautiful skyline. The unions. John says the unions. The skyline is beautiful, I have to admit. I mean, you guys are coming up with some good things. It really is. Man, this is obviously weird. This mom already has 22 kids, but she says she just getting started. Her goal is to have 105 children in her lifetime. She's using surrogates and planning to expand her massive family every single year. Would you ever want a family this big?
I bet it's like selfish. First of all, you're not having the kids.
Correct.
somebody else is carrying them and having them. So fine, just adopt then. Why bring other extra kids into the world, being born into the world, when you can adopt kids who need homes? Do that. You can foster 500 kids over the course of and you can make a difference for 500 kids' lives, not just 22. What are you doing? What is she doing? She surrogates, and then they have the baby, then whatever she does. That's too many. You can't properly take care of that many kids at one time.
No.
I don't know how many she'd have at one time, but
unless you're waiting for the federal government to help you with your resources and stuff. Some people are doing that just to get those checks or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, that's why foster care is a nightmare.
How about it? We're talking about different things here. How about this? Is weird, and maybe you're a woman, Carol. You can help me on this, and but this is men too. Nearly 3,000 bars and salons have closed this year, taking chairs. Do you still see? I don't know how many guys still go to the barber shop. I don't know. This is salons too. I mean, women still go to the salons, don't they? Get their hair done, right? This is barbershop and salon.
I think barbershops it's becoming more scarce, sadly, but the people who are old school are going to continue to do that with their kids, their sons, their grandsons, and do that. Yeah. But with the women, I will tell you this, and I'm about ready to do it myself. It's so expensive. It's such an expense. Like, if you're doing color, right? Thank God I don't have mine that grows out like that. I don't have that yet, right? But I have extensions. Okay, and that's so expensive. So I'm trying to learn how to do my own. I'll be honest with you. So a lot of women can put the color in their hair, and it'll last like an extra. They could do it on their own for $20 a box, as opposed to spending hundreds of dollars to go to the salon. So I think that's something a lot of women are learning how to do these things on their own, the basic stuff, because it's too expensive. You just can't. But then you don't want to go without getting your hair done, because it's very important for a woman, their hair, But look, it's terrible.
Even my hair, folks, and as bad as whatever it is, when I go every 5 weeks, and you dye it once. Yep. It's about $184 cut, dye, everything. And if it's just cut, it's about $94.
Holy crap. $94 for a haircut.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll come to the house. I'll come to the house and cut your hair. Okay. I don't even know how, but I will get it.
There you go. That's how it works. Yeah. Marion, hi, Don, worked for the water department for 30 years. Chicago is the best water in the world. People come from all right, there you go. So we are Mr. Water. You guys notice to go to eat pizza somewhere else, it doesn't taste the same because of the water.
Oh, so yes.
That's what we know for sure. It makes a lot of sense. All right. So that's good stuff to know here. Now this is the normal. This is very interesting. A home buyer was 33 years old, the age in 1985. Now the home buyer's 56 when they buy their home.
Ooh,
wow.
Yep. And they're living at home with mom and dad for a long ass time. But probably by the time they're 56, their parents are gone. Sadly, I hate to say that. Some of them.
Some of them are gone.
It's so expensive. It really is. They're getting smarter. If their parents are letting them stay there and they enjoy being there, they're just living with them.
And absolutely. But 56 buying your own home for the very first time.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Starbucks CEO says mind reading AI barbatistas?
Oh, baristas.
Are coming. So they predict your order. So you pull up and the AI is going to be able to tell you what you want and have it ready for you. Do you imagine that?
No, I don't want anything reading anybody's mind. That would ruin our world. That's it. They're done. Everybody's done. Everybody's done.
Oh my God! It's this assistants are called the green dot that help them. They may even predict your order before you say it. The tech is being tested through Starbucks app, letting customers just speak their order and getting it ready in minutes. Man, I know we talk about all this kind of stuff. I hate to see what it's going to be like in 15, 20 years. Just like this, Vegas slot machines will soon allow you to connect to your bank account.
Of course they will.
may.
Of course they will. Roll out the red carpet. Give me your bank account. Of course you will.
They just put it in
Something
your
about-
machine. They just want to destroy you.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow,
Mhm.
wow, wow, wow. And Las Vegas, I mean, it is just crazy. I'm just looking at some of these stories. Then after this one, I want you to tell you what you were talking about, which
Okay.
very interesting, very interesting. Guys, let's talk about the cruise, and of course, Mary Grievous, our good friend, folks from Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Let's turn your real estate dreams into reality. Contact her today. Available as buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. Grievous at starkre.com or give her a call at 630-688-1725. And the Chicago Music Cruise. That's so right around the corner, folks. NTD Vacations, Music, MSC World America, January 17th to January 24th. Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. So it's going to be fun. Tony O, of course, some of the main event members, it's going to be fun. And then, of course, Seventh Heaven. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com, put in Tony O, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say you want to go on the ocean with Ocean. Wow. Yeah, it's that time. All right. Stuff that were invented in Chicago.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Mhm.
We're just going to throw a few out at you. Gospel music,
Oh, okay.
Cracker Jack, vacuum cleaners, the soap operas,
Oh,
blood banks, spray paint, softball, fire hole poles, Special Olympics, gangways. Some places have a gangway,
Right.
some people don't. Italian beefs, drill music, zippers, mail order retailing, 16-inch softball, deep dish pizza, Twinkies, skyscrapers, Ferris wheels, the car radio, house music.
holy crap.
Wow, roller derbies, nuclear explosions, auto racing, mobile phones, and brownies, all invented in Chicago.
Because there must be a shitload of weed here, because a lot of the stuff that you just mentioned is like all the stuff that people like, Twinkies and all that stuff. You know what the two things stood out to me? This is the sick person that I am. It's really bad.
All right, what?
Zippers and mail order brides or mail order, not brides,
Yeah.
mail order, whatever.
Yeah.
What's wrong
Yeah,
with me? What is wrong with me?
It's-
My brother's
We're all
friends.
gone.
It's because of my brother's friends. I was young and I had these guys around me all the time saying stupid things, and I sat and listened to. That's the shit I listened to. So this is what I retained. Lovely.
It stays it. It's just like little Callan here at the house now. We have him on Tuesday and Thursday. He's a sponge.
Oh,
You gotta watch out what you say,
yep.
because
do.
they will remember everything.
Everything.
He will remember everything.
So you got to
And,
watch your F
yeah.
bombs. You got to watch your F bombs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Absolutely. Carol, we were talking about parents, grandparents, loved ones,
Mhm.
friends, when they get to the point when they don't know what's going on, they don't know who you are anymore. The doctor gives them 6 months to live.
Mhm.
And there's people that keep their loved ones still alive. Now, selfish reason, they don't want to be there. Now, I know you brought up something interesting off the air.
Mhm.
And why don't you talk about what you were talking about, what's going on?
So Prickster, I had seen something on one of the news channels about him. Some bill was waiting to be signed by him, and I'm actually in favor of this. So it says a recent bill passed by the Illinois legislature known as the End of Life Options Act. So it's also called Deb's Law, would allow mentally capable, terminally ill adults with 6 months or less to live to request a prescription for medications to end their life. So basically, the bill, which is now awaiting the governor's signature, has strict requirements, including 2 physician assessments, because they obviously want to make sure of sound mind, I'm guessing, and that maybe they are just confirming your diagnosis of having 6 months left to live, maybe. And that there's no coercion involved. No one's telling you to do it or, encouraging you to do it. It says that this type of legislation is often referred to as medical aid in dying or a right to die bill. Okay, remember Dr. Kevorkian, right? He was the one that administered that lethal dose for people when they wanted to die. I don't know. I say I don't have a problem with that, but of course, if it's your family member, it's different. When but when you're seeing somebody suffer like that, and they can't get out of bed, they can barely move, they're just laying there waiting to die, and they don't want to be there. No one else is gonna pull the plug, so to speak, right? They're not even don't have to be on a machine. So they're giving these people autonomy, medical autonomy, to basically take a medication. And then that's it. It's a lethal dose, right, of a prescription medication. So here's some of the things. You have to have eligibility. You must be at least 18 years or older, have a terminal disease with a prognosis of 6 months, mental capacity. The individual must be deemed mentally capable of making an informed decision. Patient autonomy is what we talked about. The bill includes measures to prevent coercion, such as like mandatory counseling on all options and making a felony to coerce someone. And then the one thing I didn't think about, but we got to remember all the insurance stuff. Insurance, when you die, even it doesn't matter, like, taxes. Life insurance payments cannot be denied, and participating healthcare providers who act in good faith have civil discord. I can't remember. So here's the thing, even when you come down to the end, it comes down to you. There's a lot of moving parts here. What do you call it? Liability. You're ending someone's life. They're ending their own life, actually.
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah, but still, can you imagine how much is involved in this just to give them a prescription to end their life when they have 6 months left to live? What do you think? Do you think people should be able to decide on their own if they're in that predicament, that they should be able to do that?
Yes.
Mhm.
I think so.
Mhm.
I think it's up to them.
Yes.
I think it's important. But just like you also said, you need two doctors to sign off,
Mhm.
correct?
Yep.
You needed two doctors
Mhm.
to sign off. I think it's up to the individual himself.
Right.
I mean, and if you got 6 months, I don't want to be like this. I'm in major pain.
Right.
It's not like they say, it's not like you got one of those diseases or whatever. You're going to die in 6 months. Take your money out, do what you do. You want to travel the world,
Right.
you want to go out. That's a different ball game.
Right.
I'm talking about you're bedridden,
Right.
and you can't do anything for yourself,
Mm-mm.
and you're just drooling and you're standing. I mean, it gets to the point, and I don't know. God forbid, my mother's going to be 86. They say things can start downhill. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm curious if he's going to sign it. I'm very curious.
Well, yeah, especially if he's going to sign it. Improving memory and negative function in the individuals with mild impairment, healthy elderly individuals. Well, hanging and banging. Thank you for that. Boyd says sometimes this is horrific, bringing people back from dying. I don't know, man. I hope I don't have to go. I hope none of you have to go through that decision.
No. No. My brother told me if I'm ever laying in a bed, he told me this when my uncle was sick, is if I'm ever laying in a bed and I can't get around and that I want to you need to lock the door and put a pillow over my face. He goes, and you need to end it. I'm telling you right now. He was like, I need you to do that for me. You don't want to see somebody suffer that you love. You don't want to see them go, but you don't want to see them suffer and be in pain either. So that has to be a horrible decision to have to make. But I think it has to be up to the individual, and you have to honor that.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. It makes a lot of sense. You watch an Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. What about the weather? I'm not touching anything today, making sure everything works. Today's the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. 55 degrees right now, 35% humidity, 6-mile-an-hour winds. No rain today for Thursday, November 6th in the forecast. And we're already 2 weeks away, and it's Thanksgiving. Halloween just ended, folks. Let's see a couple things. Richie Hurst has passed. Richard Hurst. He was from the show Dukes of Hazzard. He played detective or Deputy Hogg. He died. Diane Ladd, Laura Dern's mom, died at the age of 84. Carl Manzo, the mayor of a certain town in was assassinated. I mean, you're going through some of these people just dropping left and right. It's just, and another steakhouse is opening in Oak Brook. Like, you need another steakhouse in Oak Brook.
Really?
STK opening up another steakhouse in Oak Brook. Interesting. Number one place you can remember that you love to party at in Chicago or the suburbs. You're growing up, or not even growing up in the past, even think there's something
Yeah.
that's not there no more. What was your go-to spot that was the joint? Of course, I'm saying to me it was Jilly's, guaranteed.
Right.
Cincinnati's and Jilly's was the two best for that I can remember. And of course, a Thirsty Whale when I was in the rock and roll stuff. But I mean, Jilly's was the place. What about you?
I liked when I was in college, because I was downtown Chicago, was the Drink, which I think is Carnival now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I loved the Drink.
Correct.
I loved it. Yeah, that was a fun place for me. But then when we'd always go to dancing clubs to dance, what was it called? Limelight? Oh,
Limelight, Excalibur. There was a lot of great
Limelight. So my friend in grade school, we were in third grade. Her godmother, she was wild. She took us. We were young. She goes, she was a go-go dancer. She took us during the day. She was going to pick up a check or visit a friend. She took us into Limelight when we were young, and showed us what she did. Like it wasn't open at the time, but that was like the first time we saw the Limelight. Then as we got older, we went a little bit. Then it became Excalibur. So I remember going to Excalibur too, and the Drink. I did a lot of downtown back in the day because I went to school out there. So that was fun.
Sure. And I was downtown working at Jilly's at 11 years, 15 years. And I know what you're saying. That was it. Very cool.
Yeah.
BBC Rose says the BBC, sure, Mothers. We remember those great places. Boy, the letter E and R should be an open conversation.
Yeah. DNR, do not resuscitate. Yeah, you have to. If you don't want them to save you, you got to have that.
Good point. Good point, Boyd. Kingston Mines. Yeah. Blues across the street. The Kingston Mines. Yeah. Wow. Good places that we're all remembering, folks. It's Ocean's Pit. Also, our prayers go out to, of course, the in Louisiana, I'm sorry, Louisville, the crash at the airport. There's 7 dead, 11 injured. Like I said, every time you put something on, it's always something bad. It's always something sad. Someone dying, someone getting hurt. Armando Supermarkets, my good buddy Danny Maggi, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Tomorrow, of course, it's Friday, and my good buddy Raffaello will be on from JRC Ace Hardware Store. It's going to be Ask Ralphie Anything. Now, he's the CEO of Ace Hardware. He knows a lot of stuff about stuff you have in your home, new stuff to buy, what not to buy, what brand is good, what not brand. You can ask Ralphie anything, Raffaello, and he'll be doing that tomorrow with us here on the Pit, which will be very cool. A couple other things we have coming up, folks. Let's see. Boy, Tavern on the Point coming up on November 13th in Edison Park. I haven't been there. I like that place, of course. So the 20th will be at Venuti's in Addison. We have not been there in a while. November 20th. Black Wednesday, they call it, the day before Thanksgiving. The big party night will be again back at Positano's with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams on the 26th. Bellagio on the 29th. The Tivoli Theater, December 12th in Downers Grove with Ocean's Rat Pack. Indianapolis on the 6th of December. And my birthday bash, we're doing two shows. We're doing one on the north side at Taverna on Division on the 27th of December. One of my favorite places. And then we're doing the south side of Chicago for the first time, actual on my birthday, the 28th, will be at JMO's in Mokina with with the Main Event band. It's going to be a lot of fun there. And like I said, I've not played there since the Rat Pack, the only time I played there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So much stuff that's been going on. Look at this. People are finding out now that coffee pods contain ground up cockroaches.
Come on. Well,
listen, right? You don't know what's inside this shit that you're buying every day. They're saying if in a regular white bread, ingredients in regular white bread, there's 30 different ingredients. This is in white bread. If you buy Italian bread, there's only 4 ingredients.
Right. Yeast, flour, water. I mean, come on. Yeah. It should be 4 or 5 ingredients. That's true.
That's all it should be. Now, here's something, Carol. Japanese scientists developed that could extend human lifespan up to 250 years. Now, let me ask you something. I don't care. Would this drug make you look? I mean, do you live or do you still look like a raisin?
Right, right. Are you like a cane and bones walking around?
Right.
No, we don't want that.
No, I
Not
ain't
worth it.
taking that.
No,
It ain't worth
no.
it.
The
Shoot me.
fountain of youth,
Done.
if that even exists, yes, I would take it. But
Absolutely. A Kentucky motel ordered to pay $2 million after guests die from a 150-degree shower. You know, when you go to a hotel, the first thing that everybody bitches about is the water pressure,
yes.
right? When you get into a shower.
Yep.
Is it warm? Is it hot? Well, this one here, a 76-year-old Kentucky man has been awarded over $2 million following the death from a severe burn suffered from scalding hot motel shower. Now, wait a minute. Unless it turned hot when you were already in the water, you're already
Right.
taking a shower, it's warm, it's fine. Now, if it all of a sudden turns to boiling water, then you're
Right.
going to burn. Okay, you got a point.
Right.
It doesn't say that, though.
But that's usually a gradual change where you can get out.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, this was Alex
That's
Cronus
sad.
checked into the Econo Lodge in Kentucky. The next morning, when he turned on his shower, he was hit by an extreme hot water that knocked him to the floor, leaving him exposed to burning water. So I guess he turned it on, knocked him out. He fell into the tub, and the water burnt him.
Wait, what was his name again? I'm. What's his name?
He's a Greek. He must be Greek.
Of
I
course,
think.
he's Greek. He's Greek. That's what I thought.
Cronus. Cronus.
what I thought.
Chronis.
Chronis. Yes. Okay. So there you go. There you go. He's Greek. Okay.
So that's
got
what you're
the Greek
trying to
lightning.
say because he was Greek. He's gonna try to. I got it. All right. All right. Now
They
here's one for
reinvent
you guys.
themselves.
Yeah, married men, women out there. Nina, how you doing? Hanging and banging, 250-year-old with 3 teeth. Okay, that's good. That happened to you at the Hyatt, David? Wow. Okay. Well, I hope you got a lawsuit. I hope you were okay.
Yeah.
More than half of women say they would leave their partner in a heartbeat if they lost their job. Now, this was women. Women, that more than half of women say they would leave their partner if he lost his job. This, according to Forbes, found that 63% of women would consider leaving their partner if he became unemployed and the lack of motivation to recover financially. All right, so he loses his job and he goes, sit back on the couch and just get the unemployment checks. Or a guy who loses his job, oh shit, and then he's trying to get his job back.
Right.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. Of course it does, but it just still shows you that women are there for the money. A lot of them are there for the the stability, the financial stability, sadly. But what about women? I wonder why men would leave a woman, like the one thing.
This is just a woman that came out. 63%. That's a lot.
Yep. But
holy shit.
If the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits, 15 dancers arrested in ICE workplace raids at the Dallas strip club.
Oh,
ICE is still, you know what? Hey, now here's okay. This is really bothers me if this is true. Morgan Freeman, another guy, love the way he's acting. He speaks. You think that's the voice of God because you always think of Morgan Freeman.
Right.
Allegedly had a multi-year affair with his stepdaughter, Adina Hines. She was then murdered at the age of 33 years old.
Well, where did this come out? Like who?
Excuse me.
How did this come out?
Step granddaughter. This is called justconspiracytheories.com.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Step granddaughter. So that would be
not blood. Not that it matters. It's not blood related.
Yeah.
So if it's a stepkid's daughter, then it's not blood. They're not blood related. So it's still disgusting, but it's not your family member, so to speak. But it's still gross. But I would love to know who got that information out there.
Yeah, but who would? But why would even? I mean, that's not. You wouldn't even have to. You can't even consider that. It's not blood, but it's still family, right?
Well, yes, you are. You become family. Obviously, it's disgusting. Like I said, no matter what, it's disgusting. But where did this information come from? That's the only thing. I don't know. But like we say, we don't know.
I know it's crazy. How about this? This is from laughmail.com, which it could be just a joke, but it makes sense. The GZ has come up with another strange way to cope with stress. Now they're sucking on baby pacifiers. They sell for 10 to 500, roughly to $1.40 to $70 are marked as tools to relieve stress, improve sleep, and even help quit smoking on the pacifier.
Okay. Well, it's an oral fixation. And if you smoke, it's like you're used to having something in your, in your mouth, or that you're chewing on your nails, something to bite on, right? I can see that.
Or pulling your hair. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Here's the great one, folks. This is from Fuckology.
Oh.
If you have an opinion about me, please raise your hand. Good. Now shove it up your ass.
Yeah. I love that page on Facebook.
I love that page.
Yes, me too.
Love that page.
That is a good one.
Yeah, they had the terrorist attack in Michigan. I didn't hear much more of that, but that's another scary thing. I'm curious, why do I see now? I could be wrong here. The messenger, Danny Raimondi, how you doing, Karen? Ronnie B. I'm curious, why don't I see Trump voters complaining about losing their food stamps?
Oh, wait.
Is that out of line, Carol?
I mean, It's an observation. It's an observation is all it is. And
all it is.
I'm really happy to see that there's not any crazy rioting. Like, I told my daughter, Eliana's asking about going to New York because I was worried about it. And I said, well, it depends which way it goes. If Cuomo won, there might have been some rioting because all the people million of people that voted, they voted for Mamdani because they want to get the free stuff. And look, I get it. A lot of people need help, but no, the majority of them, they take, they just take advantage of the system. And those are the ones that are going to riot and be criminals and do, they're the usual suspects, right? Whoever is doing that crap. So
yeah. Unfortunately, it makes a lot of sense. Ryan Lewis, how you doing, buddy? What can you believe with out there anymore? I know it's crazy. Whatever you can't believe anymore. 10 states Americans want to move to in 2025. South Carolina comes in at number 1. North Carolina comes in at number 2. Idaho number 3. Alaska number 4. Tennessee. You'd be surprised how many people don't pick Arizona or Florida, because now the rates are going up in Florida like crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Ryan, I did mention that about the 11 people died. Mikey, how you doing, my good friend, Mike Sosa, buddy, my good buddy there from Hardcore Italians. Michael, thank you for that great book, buddy, and I can't wait to get Jerry and Michael Gentile on from this great book. We'll get them on sometime next week. Yeah. Good guys, and a good book to read. I'm already on the fourth chapter, so thank you, Michael. I hope you guys are doing well. Hardcore Italians in the house, folks. You're watching Ocean's Pit, and we're just going back on the whole gambling thing. We're going to talk about with a little bit with Raffaello on that. We'll talk about Michael Jordan on that. The youth may move and walk faster, but it's the elders who know the road.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just, look, it doesn't mean that we're smarter than you, the younger generation, just that we fucked up more. We had more chances to fuck up and learn, right? And it makes sense.
Yeah. Look at this shirt. I just saw this. I love it. And he deserves it. It says, Mama didn't raise a bitch. If she did, it was my brother.
Now, see? Now that's funny. That's funny. Helen Tenuta, what's up, honey?
It is.
I like that. This is good too. If people don't make an effort to be in your life, don't try so hard to be in theirs. It's not worth it.
Nope.
Phone calls and making whatchamacallit is a two-way street. Is a two-way street.
Yep.
This is cool. This is crazy. A couple helps secure a rider after seatbelt falls on a roller coaster. Do you imagine you guys being on a roller coaster and someone next to you, like, I mean, first of all, you're locked up with your person next to you. Now, if it's someone you're with, and that's one thing. But what if you're on solo by yourself and the person next to you is someone you don't know? Because that happens sometimes when you get on roller coasters. And I don't go on too often, very, very little. But imagine you're going down and all of a sudden one of the seat belts come off. Now, this person he turned on and made sure it got back in, helping, risking his own life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably actually instinct too, to like, just, put your arms there to kind of save somebody, but I am the biggest fear. I have so many fears of those things happening. I don't know what it is. I'm afraid to get on anything. I'll still do it sometimes, but I'm like, what if I was paid a dime for every time I said, what if? My son's like, you're always telling us to be positive, and you come up with the most ridiculous, worst things that could happen on a roller coaster. I'm like, I'm just trying to make the right decision. What if this happens? I freak out about that stuff. Things happen.
I'm with you. I've been on 2 roller coasters my whole life, 2 or 3. I'll never do them again. I don't mind this part, but when they start going down straight, and everything comes up, oh, no way. The last one I went on a couple times was the Kittyland one, and that was a long time ago. Long time ago, and I felt safe on that one.
Of course.
That one I felt safe on. Crazy. Now, this is interesting, folks. This is Ocean Spit, a little show about big things, folks. A lot of interesting stuff. How about this man who faked being a lawyer, won all 26 of his cases before being arrested? He won 20. He wasn't a bad fake, though, was he? A man who was posting as a real lawyer won 26 cases, but finally got caught by the authorities. Authorities also accused a man of stealing the real identity of lawyer Brian Nagawa. The Nagawa Tribune reported that the attorney had won dozens of cases and handed him over to the appeal court judges and high court judges. Do you imagine pretending he's a lawyer wins? 26 cases?
Why are you going to arrest somebody like that? I mean, what did he do that was so wrong? Like he pretended to be somebody else. I get that. But listen, he won that many cases for people. How much money did he make? That's another thing.
How about it? Yeah, okay. Make yourself money. Now look at this. A Jewish man arrested for robbing casino ATM, claiming the money was promised to him 3,000 years ago. This is come on. This is crazy. Some of the people that send this shit. You guys are nuts. Some of these stories are just completely nuts. But I wouldn't pass it. ICE arrests over 145 illegal alien truck drivers on the Indiana highways. That I believe can happen.
Sure.
I feel bad for these people, but we've already been through all this. And how about this? If you heard about this, this is at postnews.com. The transgender boyfriend of Charlie Kirk's killer, Lance Twiggs, has gone missing. Jesse Riley, who lives just a few houses down from Twiggs Robinson's apartment, said he couldn't recall seeing any activity from property since Robinson, also 22-year-old, when the guy turned himself over to the cops. His partner now is missing.
Of course.
He probably fled, right?
Well, or somebody's after him because they know either the truth or I don't know. I just think there's so much we're just never going to find out. Just like a lot of these other assassination, politically driven, assassinations. Who really knows the truth about a lot of them, or who the orders came from, right?
Yeah, right. And that's what they're never going to know. And this is coming from turningamerica.com. I've never seen a country work so hard to get rid of a president, but not illegal immigration, child trafficking, and drug dealers.
Amen.
What's really weird about this statement, guys, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it really does.
It does.
It's not like socialist, non-socialist, Republican, Democrat. No, it's not. It's cut and dry. Cut and dry.
It's
you
criminal.
Want to get rid of sex traffickers. It's cut and dry.
Right. Pedophilia, rape, drugs at the fentanyl. People are dying left and right. I can't tell you how many things. That's all I see right now on Facebook and people posting things is horrible car accidents, which I don't know where this is coming from. It's just everywhere around here. And then the fentanyl laced in pot, honestly, if your kid does that, let them go to the dispensary for it. Don't. Because if you tell them and forbid them to do that, I'm not saying, oh yeah, here, just do it. But if they're old enough and then they can get it anyway from just some random person on the street, go to the dispensary where it's safe. Because I'm telling you, it's just not worth it. That's so scary. That scares the crap out of me. Scary. It really does.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right, folks. And it's crazy world, and we got to watch out right there. We got to watch out for each other, and especially if you got
Yeah.
kids out there, folks. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Let's thank our friends from Imperialux. That's right, Wendy and Craig. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement reality with lifetime guaranteed income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, and secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. My good friend, of course, Wendy and Craig. Ocean's Pit tomorrow, folks. Again, Raffaello from Ace Hardware. Anything you want to know about something, Ace, ask Raffaello anything, and he'll be on the show tomorrow. Also, tomorrow we'll be giving away the last chance to win 2 free tickets. Trivia question to Tony Ocean and Friends this Sunday. We're looking at 160, I guess, 160 tickets sold already. So almost 200 tickets sold already. So it's going to be a good Sunday. It is starting at 3 o'clock this Sunday. Tony Ocean and the band, of course, the main event band, Tony Toto, Daryl Armistad, Jerry Jams, and Danny Raimondi. But, of course, the mixture of entertainers we have, Jenny Impardo, Joe Catafio, Louis Pipes, Lisa P., Stephanie Lemonbregner, John Guarini, Christian Knievel, Matt Cassane, Ronnie B. Elvis. It's going to be great because it's going to go quick, guys. I'm doing like 2, and then the other person comes through, and I do 1, and then the other 2. So it's just a nonstop music from all genres. It's going to be fun. Oshows.com is this Sunday, the Displays Theater. Birthdays for Thursday, November 6th. Elizabeth Shrew. I've not seen her in a long time. She's a great actress. I liked her.
Yeah.
Keith Moon, formerly of The Who. Of course, not with us. Rob Schneider, 62 years old. Michael Landon, Little House on the Prairie or Bonanza. We're going back. Petulia Clark, 92, Downtown. Harvey Keitel, what a great actor, 80 years old. Jenny McCarthy turns 53 years old. Sean Penn, I like him too. Anthony Kiedis, I don't know how to pronounce his name, from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Cookie Monster of Sesame Street celebrating a birthday. My buddy Michael Sansone's mom up in Arizona. Happy birthday, Michael, to your mom. David Foster, music producer. King Charles III. Peter Jackson, King Kong, movie director, love him. Rick Allen, former drummer of Def Leppard. Brian Piccolo, one of the great running backs, of course, of the Chicago Bears. And Vanilla Ice. Ice, baby, having a birthday today, folks. Well, it's coming to the end of the hour. It is the end of the hour, folks. And we want to thank you all for, there's Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And it's going to be a great show because it's something complete. Tonight, we're at Zaza's, me and Daryl Armistad. Tomorrow, me and Jumpin' Jams at Chicago Prime. And Saturday, we'll be at the Woodstock Country Club. That is a private affair. And we want to thank our friends from Ace Hardware, folks. That's right. Get a free $10 gift card and get a free $10 gift card. Free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card, 2 per limit. Turkey brine, bags of Chef J's. Turkey brine, only $8.99 down from $13.99, a savings of over 35%. And don't forget to get those Christmas decorations. They got them all. A lot of fun. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, guys. We want to thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Carol, and hope you have a great weekend. And guys, you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy life. Be cool. Remember, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. And just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. But be kind. It's a really crazy world. We all need to be respectful to each other's things and stuff like that. But be yourself, too. Always remember to be yourself.
Yes.
Ringo Starr says peace and love, everybody. God bless you. You have a good one. Nick Sahaj is going to take us out, and you guys have a great one. Thank you guys so much. Peace. And
time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Let's not forget Mama D's Breads. That's up there, up and running now for the holidays. Happy flavors are Happy flavors are back. Pumpkin chocolate chip, cranberry, peppermint, caramel apple, and still have the old favorites, banana, blueberry, chocolate chip, lemon. The list goes on and on. Text my sister Natalie at 847-533-0400 or private message her, Natalie Bosch, BOSCH. Bread start at $11. Order early for the holidays. Stocking stuffers. Thanksgiving. Mama D's Breads are back. Thank you guys so much. See you tomorrow. Same time, same station.